Hey, let me tell you, I pay for my place myself, cash.
Yes, me too. I work hard for my money. I just find it very weird. Just very weird. I mean,
this is probably why they say that.
Yes. I've been saying this since
exactly
since.
In this 2021.
Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. My name is Precious Hannah, and if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for tuning in. It is very much appreciated. Today I have a very, very special guest, new friend, sister in my head, now that she knows, and fancy homie, I call her the Gabby Mac.
Oh gosh.
And then the applause will
Hola.
Hey, so guys, we've just recorded a podcast for Gabby's channel, so go and check it out. It's called Charlie the Podcast.
Yes, it is.
I'll leave the link in the description below. Guys, check that out. Subscribe to Gabby's channel and follow her on Instagram. So, in today's in today's video, we are going to be talking about our different perspectives moving back to Ghana. So as you can tell, London accents, and when Gabby speaks, Gabby is known for being Remy Ma's younger sister. So if you guys can spot it, let us know. So Remy Ma Jr. what they do?
What they do, y'all? You already know she homegirl from New York, you know, from BX, Bronx, baby. Let me stop. This is probably why they say that.
Yes. But the first thing we are gonna dive into is the preparation to get here. So, as you guys know, I came from the UK. I came from London. I had cause I knew I was gonna do this. I had a year and a few months to prepare. Mm-hmm. But my main concern was passport, visa, residence stay, and all of that stuff. Meanwhile, I also had a child's Ghanaian passport. But now renewing it was another thing, and in that passport it said I was born in London, so I was now what if laws have changed?
Yeah.
That passport was from 1999. So there was a lot of oh my gosh, what do I do? How am I gonna manage? Do I have to? I know a lot of people have to go and come back, they can get,
because they only stamp you for 60 days.
Only 60.
Yeah, so if you want to stay longer, then it's either you get an extension or you get the resident permit.
Which also is another it's another wahala in itself. Have you ever had to go through that?
So I've done the resident permit when I was going to JSS here.
Okay.
So, but the process wasn't that hard. I mean, because I was living in Takade, so it's not as chaotic at the immigration office as compared to Accra. And of course, if who you know, you can make the process quicker. Yeah. Of course, with a little bit of this. So because I was going to school too, I just say that I was going to school. But now as an adult, it'll be a longer process, because you need to prove that maybe that you're working here, or maybe you're married to someone here. What is keeping you here is basically what they're asking you, right? Basically. So most of the time for me, what I actually need to do is just do the dual citizenship, so I can cut all that.
But then,
process
do you have
off.
A Ghanaian passport?
No. So because I want to do the dual, it's really no point getting the Ghana passport. If I get the dual, I can just still hold my US passport and have the card with me. But
that's the ironic thing about it. So for you to get a Ghanaian passport, you need to do the dual citizenship, right? Mm-hmm. But then if I already have a Ghanaian passport, but I don't have the dual citizenship.
Yeah. So so it's fine. I think if you have the Ghanaian passport, they'll still it'll be fine. So when you're entering into the country, you use your Ghana passport. When you're leaving, you just use your UK. Yeah. So that's fine. Essentially what I do, or what I've been doing for some time is once the 60-day pass up, I usually just be whatever, and I'm here. When I'm about to be honest, I'll tell you the truth. When I'm about to leave, and that is when I go to the immigration office, and then pay my penalty for however long I've been here, and then I get an extension for maybe a week or two, because I'm about to leave anyway. Yeah. So, but it just saves the whole hassle of having to deal with that when you get to the airport, because when you get to the airport and they realize you overstay, of course you still have to pay.
But okay, so somebody coming from US, UK, what do you like? What would you say that they should start? Obviously, we're not going to go into all the details of what you should do, but like quickly, what should they consider
before coming?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, documentation is definitely important, like how we're talking about. So like the whole visa process, I don't know how it is in the UK, but I know in the US it's pretty simple. Just applying online and sending all your information, and they just mail you back your passport with the visa and everything.
We have a high commission or something. Do you have the same?
So we have the council, like the Ghana consulates in DC.
Okay.
They have a DC one. They have a one in New York, and then they have one in Houston, Texas.
You guys have a few.
Yeah. So you have a couple of options. So, yeah.
All I know is they have the Ghana High Commission in the UK, and there's like one in London.
No. So we have 3. So you can, contact any of them, get your visa, get your yellow fever shot. She clearly knows that her yellow fever shot, but get your yellow fever shot, and that's like documentation wise. I think that's pretty much it. Any other preparation will be, I guess, I always talk about tell people my channel, like, get your accommodation set before you come. Do not leave and come here. Like, some people try to wait so they come and then get maybe a hotel or something. Like, you're turning around and realize you're spending way more money. So
too much.
So if you're trying to save and have like a cool trip, make sure your accommodation is right. So whether you're staying at an Airbnb, a family member's house, a friend's house, or whatever, sort that out, because you end up saving more of your spending money than to wait till you come down and now you want to spend on looking for a place to stay or whatever. Figure out your transportation, like whether you're gonna be
driving,
whether you're gonna drive or using public transport, all
using
of that.
What's the other one? Trotro,
yeah,
stuff like
so
that.
like
So
you have a couple of options, but that's all. That will all help you plan on how much to bring. Also, like my family, we love to ship before we come.
Oh yeah.
I think
so necessary.
It helps. Even if it's like we're only here for a month, we would literally ship like maybe 2 months before us coming, so the stuff will be here by the time we get here.
Yeah.
So we just ship like snacks and breakfast stuff that maybe we might miss.
Do you have any companies from New York or that you can recommend?
So I'm currently talking to a company now that I found. They're actually located in Atlanta.
Wow.
Trying to find out more details. I'm gonna do a video on that, and then I'm gonna send that to you so you can share that with your people. So they take stuff from all over the US, so that's something I think that's good.
So I would say for the UK, when you're thinking about coming, obviously definitely check the Ghana High Commission website, because even if you can't get to the office I know it's in London, but I just can't remember the name of the area. I'll leave it on the screen. If you can't get there, everything can be done online. So I know that's very possible. If you're not Ghanaian by parental, whatever the proper English is for that, then there's ways and means to go about it. It's actually not that hard. It's not that difficult. I wouldn't say it's difficult, but just make sure that you get the right documentation and you mentally as well prepare yourself. I agree with the shipping. You guys saw my COVID that video where I did the COVID just before I came back to Ghana, where I went to IKEA and all of that stuff, Lidl, Tesco, and did all my shopping, because your girl needs cereal. Like, that's what I live on. So yeah, make sure you do that. I will also leave details for a UK shipping company that I really like using. There's a few out there, but yeah, I really respect these guys because my things still come intact,
Yeah.
So the next thing I want to go into is language. Now, my dear friend over here, Gabby, was blessed enough to, learn fancy and cheap, kind of. Where some of us are here suffering. Our parents were like, no, I'm not teaching my child the language because I don't want them to be bullied in school.
I actually hate when African parents do that. I feel like it's such a disadvantage you're giving to your kids, because once they come back home, then everyone is laughing at them because they don't understand anything. Like, why would you do that to your child? Like, I don't care that your child was born in a foreign land or whatever, and you're so excited that your child has like a American or UK passport. It doesn't matter. Teach your kids the culture and the language is important. I'm grateful that my mom pushed all of my siblings and I to live here in Ghana, and we learned. There was a certain point in time where you wouldn't even get a drop of English out of me. All I was speaking was like trio fanti. But it was like over time, going to school there, and they would make fun of you, your accent, and all this stuff. And it's that kind of like deter me, and I was just.
But you see what you're saying? They made fun of you. That's what my mom was trying to protect me from. But it's still annoying because.
But there's nothing wrong in knowing both the languages.
Exactly.
Because even if my husband speak another language, they're gonna learn all. They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn all
his language.
They're gonna learn all of it.
I'm happy
that even though I don't speak as fluently as I want to anymore, but as for understanding, like, I'm straight. When I'm outside, I know I'm fine. I'm confident.
You're great.
I'm confident to know that if they talking ish about me, I know what they're talking about.
But then you can respond to, like, me. Mine literally feels like there's something holding my tongue. Like, I can't say it. Like,
but for me, I have to be under pressure to kind of feel like I have to feel like maybe the person literally does not understand anything that I'm saying, and I'm like, man, I gotta speak. Yeah, I gotta speak.
Oh no, but when we went Takoradi, like, Gabby was fine. Gabby was fine in my eyes, because at least you can say something. Like, when you're like me and you can't say nothing, like,
you can
trying to formulate sentences.
She's lying, guys. She can say a little something.
Even asking you for water was a struggle for me.
I mean, there's nothing wrong that you're saying it maybe a little bit wrong, and then if you have somebody that can just help you, correct you.
Nobody wants to teach you here. Yeah. Since I moved to Ghana, everyone tells me that I am here to help them improve their English. Like, what is that about? Because
they want your accent. That's the thing.
I mean,
I still struggle with pronouncing certain things. I'm not gonna lie. It's not everything that I speak totally well. So it's in my mind. I know how it's supposed to sound.
In my mind, I know what I'm gonna say.
But sometimes when I say it out, I think I'm saying it right, but maybe the native person will be.
And you know what scares me as well? You see, like, in Fanti, especially Fanti, there's words. Okay, Fanti and Chi, they sound very similar to us because we know both. Like, people that speak Chi will say that Fanti sounds like
very different,
very different. But like people like us, because we understand both. Like, growing up, there were words that sound very similar to me, but they mean two completely different things. The next thing I wanted to ask you about was culture. Like, were there any culture shocks for you coming back? I mean, you've been here, like, you've lived here, studied here a bit, and then you've gone back. But during that time and now, any culture shocks that have you like, whoa?
Culture shocks. I don't really think so, because, like you said, I've been coming here for quite some time, so I kind of know, like, when I come here and they do certain things, I'm like, it's Ghana. And then when I'm in the States, I'm like, it's America. Like, I've kind of gotten used to it.
Have you had anyone say anything about the way you dress in Ghana?
No. I dress according to the occasion. So if I'm out with my girls and maybe I'm in one of those moods where I feel like, it's tonight, I gotta look good. Sis gotta look good. Yes, I may wear a little some that show a little some here.
Yeah, but that some that we're talking about, this is okay. But the sun. Oh,
I mean, it depends. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have this principle where, like, if I'm showing a lot of skin here, I won't show a lot of skin at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's one or the other. So if you catch me showing both, then I don't know, maybe.
If I'm going really feeling yourself, or
you're
going
to the beach or something, that's when I'm usually
different.
In like that mode. But most of the time, it's like it's one or the other, because I just.
What do you think? What do you think about the saying "dress the way you want to be addressed"?
I think some people already have pre-notions about, where we're coming from and how we're supposed to be. Like, so even if, let's just say, if people assume that an American girl dresses skimpy or whatever. And then I decide to wear full clothes and I'm covered up, somebody can still come and approach me in some negative, nasty way just because of the fact they assume that, but I'm from there, so I may act a certain way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I get people that ask me, like, questions like, oh my God, you don't have a tattoo? Oh my God, you don't have piercings?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm like, is that supposed to be a thing that everyone, over there have? It's like, well, it's not. It's kind of shock to us because most people over there, have those things and they do those things. And I'm like, well, I don't do everything that they do. You know what I'm saying?
That's stereotypically
yeah, I mean, I guess those are some of the things that that sometimes they annoy me when they like. It's like they're expecting you to act a certain way just because you are from there. I was like, I understand. Yes, there are some girls that come here and they act those ways. So it's like, okay, maybe that's how they. But if you generalize it, like, all of us are not like that because like it is,
I had that when I first moved here, but I completely I forgot about that until you mentioned it. especially the piercing thing was the one, like, you know, nose or the one
a whole bunch of hair, belly button pierced, tongue pierced, tattoos, and then actually I'm like, I don't have none of them.
And they're so surprised, like they're genuinely surprised, as if you've said that you were part of the circus. Like, I don't understand, but I get it because it's what they're used to seeing on TV. The same way how, like, you know, people in the Western world, they're used to seeing kids on the street. Maybe they're used to seeing like the West act like wild and reckless, so they think that we're all like that. So I do get it. There's a bit of a difference there. One thing I would say, okay, so this one leads into the next topic, which is dating. I've dated someone before, and their mother was very surprised of how polite and respectful I was, because she heard I was a London girl and she thought I was going to be some rowdy,
uncultured
chick. Exactly.
Because that's because I feel a lot of them put in their mind that they're the kids that are raised there by, you know, Ghanaian parents, African parents, they don't teach them our ways.
But to me, that's weird that you can't take the Ghanaian out of someone just because they're on different land. Well, I mean,
look, for me, what I've observed is those that were even born here in Ghana, and they get the opportunity to travel, they are worse than the ones.
I knew you were gonna say that.
They are worse than the ones that are born there. Like me, that was born there. Someone will say that I'm so Ghanaian.
You are,
like, very.
She is.
Yes. Compared to somebody who lived here in Ghana, born here, and they got.
But you know, they themselves, they're trying not to be Ghanaian, so it's like part of them.
See, the thing is that I think that Ghanaians have this thing. I don't want to jack up how they say it. There's a saying that they say, like, Ghanaians learn things, they overdo it. Those things. So sometimes I guess for them it's more of a culture shock to them when they see us acting Ghanaian. It's not us. It's not us that we are experiencing the culture shock. It's them experiencing it with us when they see how we are. And if maybe you like, when I'm here, I know that when I go outside or I see somebody coming, I'll greet, right? That's something that everybody does here. It's a thing. When you don't greet, then they are looking at you like, this girl, she don't respect, that type of thing. But when I'm in the States, I could care less. I get out of my house and I'm just going. You know what I'm saying?
Like, face ready.
Yeah, because that's the lifestyle there. But here you can't do that. So you adapt to certain things, and I understand. So when I'm here, I have a certain way I tune myself to be. When I'm over there too, I have
it's true, straight. That's straight. But yeah, okay. So with dating, what's the most outlandish-ish that you've ever heard a guy say to you?
It's not that crazy, but I met this guy at the bank.
No, God.
So I didn't date him. I just met him at the bank. He was talking to me, and then he was like, where do you stay or whatever, and I told him where I stayed.
I'm already laughing. I don't even know what happened.
He said, oh, you stay by yourself? I said, yeah, I stay by myself. And then he's like, why? I said, what do you mean, why? I said, people don't stay by themselves here or whatever. He was like, no, as a young lady, you're supposed to be still living with your mom and your dad till a man comes and marry you. You shouldn't be like living by yourself. I was like,
hello, hi, what?
In this 2021. Like,
this is a recent
thing. No, this happened I think 2019.
Oh, okay. That's still recent.
Yeah. So I'm like, what do you mean? Is it like not common for a young woman to, you know, have their own place and be on their own or whatever? And then I was like, I get that the lifestyle here doesn't, you know, allow it as much, because it's hard for most young people to get out of school and say they're gonna afford to go and get their own place.
Definitely.
So I get that, as opposed to abroad where it's common. You get out of college, everybody's getting their own place, get your car, you know, you live in that life, the adult life, very early. But here, like, it takes time. Most of the girls are waiting for the guy to come and marry. But I was just looking at him like, in this century that we are still talking about, like, that's a shock. I was like, why would the guy say that? It's like it's a bad thing, you know? But then I realized, I was like, he's probably thinking, like, as a young lady living on her own, you know, maybe having friends over, guys over and things, it's not advisable. Maybe that she would do guy mine. It's like, if a young woman like our age have her own place, it must be a guy who's paying for it.
That's true.
You know, that type of thing. Hey, let me tell you, I pay for my place myself, cash.
Yes, me too. I work hard for my money. I've had older guys talk to me, but okay, this is.
I feel like you get that more here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but this is really shady, right? So I had this guy who was like above 40 come and approach me, And it was funny because I was like thinking, because I'm one of those people that think and clean, like clean and think. So I was cleaning. I was really deep in this. Like, if a 28-year-old came up to me, told me that, you know, he has a child and everything, I would be like, we have to, you know, analyze the situation. But when a 40-year-old tells you that he have a child, it's like, okay. And I was thinking this because this guy came up, he has like no ex-wife, no child, no nothing. You're above 40. So then I was there. I was literally questioning him. So what have you been doing with your life? He's just like, then he was coming to go, oh, you know, I go with the flow. You know, I don't want to promise you anything now. So for like, if you're 28 and you're telling me that nonsense, like you're 28, you're allowed to tell me that nonsense. But 40, God forbid.
Why? Unless you was out there doing some research and I don't know, trying to build some multi-million-dollar company or people that get out of medical school, they have past 30 and stuff like that. So
that's understandable.
Maybe if you have like a specialty or something, maybe you're in school for long, your residency, maybe trying, you know, doing different things. So all those things, you know, may come into play. I'm not saying that it should stop you from, you know, trying to start a family, but it can delay time-wise. But
it can. I just
still 40 and never been married and not having kids can be a little questionable.
I mean, 28, analyze this.
Even 28 now, when a guy tells you he has a child that's 28 or whatever, it's not shocking.
No, it's not. It's actually shocking that they don't.
They don't. Yeah.
It's like, oh, well done. Congratulations. You've made it this far.
Because this in our generation now, people are popping kids very, very early. So, yeah.
It's true. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, share, and all that great stuff. Please go and check out Gabby's channel. I'm gonna leave her channel and her IG and her TikTok because she's doing everything. She's on all of it, hustling out here. Support your girl. And yeah, I'll be joining TikTok very soon, so stay tuned for that. I've been saying this since. But yeah, this month is I'm hustling this month because we are on the road to 1K. I even want more than that. So guys, tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to your girl. Help a sister out. Have a wonderful day. Thank you once again for